Welcome, class. Today, we are going to look at creating a text structure flipbook to help us better understand the 5 different types of text structure, what signal words I can look for as a reader, and to better identify the differences between all 5 different types. So on the counter, you should have got a handout that looks like this with the staples at the top. And what you're going to do first is you are going to go cut along the dotted line of each paper. So I cut along that dotted line and I flip it and I cut it. Okay, so you may need to pause the video now to get that done. Once you're finished, it should look like this. So I have all the cutted pieces here. All of them are cut and it flips easily because I'm making a flip book, okay? I'm going to go through with you on each section and what notes need to be in every single section. So after we're all done, then you can go back and color the top of your flip book. You get to use your flip book for the quizzes that we're going to take and the activities that we do in identifying text structure. So the better notes you have, the better prepared you will be when we work on text structure. So starting with the first page here, and I'm going to share my screen so you can see what should be on yours. Okay, we are going to start with the very top first. So let's start with your first page when I flip it open up here, and it says, what is text structure? So text structure is how information is organized in a passage. Anything on my screen that you see in red should be filled in on your flip book, okay? So you may need to pause along the way to make sure you have it all filled in. So the different types of text structure are in the ice creams below. I have cause and effect, compare and contrast, order and sequence, problem and solution, and description. Okay, so fill all those in. Now we're going to go through each text structure and see what each one, elements of each one. Now, each time I flip open my book, I have directions. It asks me to read a passage and answer some questions. So the text structure of cause and effect is text that tells what happened and why it happened. The clue words I look for are causes, because, since, as, a result, if, then, impact, due to, therefore, reason, leads to, resulting, so, effects of, outcome, caused by, and affected by. You're going to want to make sure you note these clue words because below we're going to highlight them. So the directions tell me circle all of the clues that showed this passage was cause and effect. Write one of the causes and effect relationships in the visual above using details from the text. So my article says, have you ever experienced the pain of an ice cream headache? It can make gulping down your favorite summer treat excruciating. The headache is caused when cold food comes in contact with the nerve-filled area on the roof of your mouth. The effects of that chilly ice cream sends a signal to your brain through those nerves, resulting in a brief frozen headache that lasts 10 to 30 seconds. So you can see wherever I have highlighted words, you need to highlight them in your passage as well, but you can see that the words caused, effect, and resulting are here. Now I use the visual at the top. This graphic organizer helps me see that what is the cause and then what is the effect. The cause will always have the arrow to it. So in this case, the cause was eating ice cream. And what does that affect? It can give a brain freeze. Okay, so make sure you have all this information down for cause and effect. Our next one is compare and contrast. The text structures of compare and contrast discusses similarities and differences between 2 or more subjects. A visual we use, and so we use this already when we've looked at multiple articles, is a Venn diagram. So I look for those clue words that are in my box here, and then I fill in my Venn diagram for everything in the middle is my compare and everything on the outside is my contrast. So now it tells me circle all the clues that showed this passage was compare and contrast, complete the visual above with examples from the text. So the text states, ice cream is a frozen dessert made with milk and cream along with added flavors. Frozen yogurt is also a dessert that uses yogurt instead of cream, which makes it more tart than ice cream. Ice cream and frozen yogurt are alike because both can be served in a cone or a dish. Another similarity between them is they can be served with a variety of toppings. Ice cream can have a flat content of 10 to 18%. On the other hand, frozen yogurt is much lower in fat. So again, I see my keywords, and I also kind of know after I've read that I'm comparing two things, and the title helps me know I'm compare and contrast structure, frozen or ice cream. So I see I'm comparing two things. Okay, so make sure you've highlighted your keywords and that you've also filled in your graphics. So again, everything on the inside tells me how ice cream and frozen yogurt are alike. I've added toppings and can be served in a cone or a dish, but ice cream is actually made with milk and cream, and it has higher fat content, and yogurt is made of yogurt. Frozen yogurt is made of yogurt, and it's lower fat content. Okay, so make sure you have all that information down for compare and contrast. Our next one is order and sequence. The text structure of order and sequence provides details of events in the order in which they happen. So chronological order is also called order and sequence. So you see my clue words here, along with my passage and the key information. The next couple ones, I'm gonna let you read the passage on your own and then use this information to highlight and fill out the key details. So you may need to pause along the way. The next one is problem and solution. The text structure of problem and solution provides details about an issue and offers ways to solve them. Okay, a visual is a question with a solution. So I'm gonna look for a clear problem and how to solve it. Okay, and so again, you're gonna, you may need to pause this along the way, but you're gonna circle all the clues that show this passage was problem and solution and complete the visual above. And your answers are gonna vary here, but I want you to give me 3 possible problems and solutions here, okay? Our last one, which is probably the most common used, however, it is not one, almost everything we write in is a descriptive piece of writing. So when I pick description, it means that I've eliminated all other types of text structure. So the text structure of description gives many details on a specific topic. So you'll look for clue words here. Again, read this passage carefully, highlight the keywords, and then fill out the graphic as you see below. Okay, so that is all the different types of text structure. And it's very important that as you are looking at text structure that you look for those signal words. Those signal words are going to cue you into how to identify the structure that I'm in. So moving forward, please make sure that you are highlighting anytime we see clue words, and you're going to practice that skill in some other text on the next lesson. So make sure you have all your notes completed and ready to go so that you can be successful.